Hello, and welcome to Leadership as a Philosophy, Not a Checklist, video discussion 19 on the movie Training Day. So, once again, I'm just going to get right into it. This is now our new standard, so this is how we evaluate and measure whether or not somebody's a leader or which archetype they fit in. So, we've got our personality traits, we've got the talent, which is the ability to attune competence in environmental hierarchies in pursuit of a goal. Got the 4 characteristics, which if you have the best versions of those, you're going to have good leadership. Worst versions of those, you're going to have bad leadership. And then over here are the archetypes. And like we said, the Tao Te Ching is green, Army Field Manual is pink, the German general from 100 and something years ago is yellow. And then the leadership model, good character plus the talent, is a leader. One who's got good character, no talent, is just a person in charge who happens to be a good person. Then we've got bad character and talent. That person's still a leader because they have the talent. And then you've got bad character, no talent. That's the person in charge. Okay, so if you haven't seen Training Day, go watch it. In case somebody sends this to Denzel Washington, I'm not picking on Denzel. He's an amazing actor. I love everything that he does. But we're just going to go through real quick. And if you haven't seen the movie yet, spoilers. Right, I'm giving away spoilers, but we're going to evaluate whether or not he was a leader. So here's the thing. I'm not going to build just because it's too much. So Alonzo Harris is this counter-narcotics detective or vice detective, whatever you want to call it, who's got this team that goes around and handles all these hard cases. So Jake Hoyt, played by Ethan Hawke, is this guy that wants really bad to be on the team, and it's his first day on the job. So he's well respected, done a bunch of good things. He's done good work, goes off to do stuff, or goes off to train, and he starts off with Alonzo. So then he's got his counter-narcotics team, which are 4 other dudes. Then there's the wise men, and these wise men are lawyers and other kind of powerful people in Los Angeles. Then you've got the LAPD leadership, and it's fictional, of course. They just talk about the boss. And then there's criminal organizations. Now, why do I say this? Well, all these people have their specialty. They have their competency. They have the things that they're really good at. And Alonzo is able to go around and manipulate that. So the character is unbelievably written. And then the performance is amazing. I mean, I believe anything that Denzel does. But this one is just... it's just amazing because when you go and look at it, it's like, well, here's what somebody who has the ability to lead people and bad character can actually do. And so throughout the whole movie, he's attuning these things. He's got Alonzo is the guy. He's trying to get the best out of Jake Hoyt and also corrupt him to try to bring him over to his side. His counter-narcotics team are a bunch of guys that are all corrupt and on the take and have done terrible and illegal things, but they keep him around because he keeps giving them money and all these terrible and corrupt things. The wise men are these lawyers, and I can't remember what one of them is, but they basically understand the criminal enterprise, get kickbacks from his illegal activities, and also provide top cover for him. So once again, he's attuning the environment. Then he's got people on the Los Angeles Police Department that are on the take that he's bribing. This is Alonzo. And then he's got criminal organizations that he's using to help get things done, and he's paying them off and bribing them. So what is that? Well, that's the talent, right? He's got competency, he's got environment, he's got a goal, and he's got all these people wrapped up in it. However, he's using it for the worst reasons possible. He lies all the time. He doesn't have any empathy for anybody. He's certainly not humble. And he might have vigilance because he does keep an eye on where his power is. But that's really it when it comes to character of the character Alonzo. And so he juggles all these different things like we were just talking about. And then, as we talked about in the video Don't Look Up, he changes his leadership style depending on who he's around. When he's with the wise men, because they're all these powerful guys, he's a little more humble, but it's an act, just trying to get things done. When he's around his team, he's the boss. When he's with Jake, he's appealing to Jake's desire to do good things and desire to be the best and all this sort of stuff. And when he's with the criminal organizations, he's just making sure that he doesn't, they do things for him and he doesn't mess up their power. And he's changing his style all the time. And so he's still getting the goal. He's still getting his power and his corruption and all this sort of stuff. And so it's a fascinating perspective. And so he ends up bringing out the best in all the people around him, even though the best is the worst. Right? The things that they can do if they realize that they're going to have top cover, the evil that they will perpetrate knows no bounds. And so it's an amazing movie to watch once you realize that he actually is a leader. Yes, he's not a great person. Yes, he's got terrible things. Yes, he's being corrupt and underhanded. Yes, there's all these weird things going on. But just like we talked about in the previous slide, he's got the talent and bad character. So he's the leader that is feared because he'll take that power and use it to accomplish any end. So that's where he falls in that chart. That's the reason for that chart. If you were to print that out and then just hold it there when you're talking about a leader, it's like, well, does this person have talent and good character? Do they have no talent but good character? Do they? So then you know where they fall. So then you know whether or not you're dealing with a leader or a person in charge. And so now you take this example, and the reason I did this on this movie, it's a great movie. Some violence, some blood, some a lot of cursing, right? Denzel like you've never seen him. So take this example and then apply it to people that you know that for some reason people will follow this person even though they're doing terrible things. You can use it for world leaders. You can use it for not just this example. You can use that chart. You can use it for people that have been in charge in the past and places where things were, you can't explain why people were following this person, but they did anyway, even though they were doing terrible things. And so this is the great example of that. One of my favorite examples is they go and do something really bad to a guy, and so they find another corrupt cop. They take his money and take some stuff, and this speech that Alonzo does in the car is this great big, it's just every heartstring. If you want to do good, this is what it takes. If you want to be the best, this is what it takes. If you want to do this, what it takes. And so the guy that's Jake buys it. Even though at this point in the movie you realize he's lying, he's making it all up. He's just doing it for cover. And so, like I said, this is a really short movie because of that chart. If you take that chart, go through it and look at it, it's going to be great. And if you don't understand the chart, I'll go back and look at it one more time. Sorry. If you don't understand this is sort of the key to all the things that we're talking about in this channel. Right? These two persons in charge are not leaders. They're just people in a position of power. And then the people that are feared and respected and trusted are the ones that are the leaders. Why? Because they have the ability, the power to do stuff, and they either use it wisely or they abuse it. That's it. I mean, that's it. Like I said, these videos gonna meet everybody's goal of having under 5-minute videos. So Training Day came out in 2001. Really a great movie. Really a great movie. And so that's it. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a great day.